The ex-girlfriend did in fact confirm that Asmodeus pays no bills at her residence. So when I told her about the $120 that I had given to him in November for his Wi-Fi bill, she let me know, I don't know where that money went, but he did not sit up here and give it to us. He didn't pay it for shit. So, again, the man could have said, yo, I just need some gas and some lunch money. The man could have said, hey, I'm short on my phone bill. It's going to be shut off, like at midnight. The man could have said anything at all. To weaponize your fucking misfortunes that don't even really exist is diabolical. It's fucking diabolical. But he knew she's going to prioritize, this financial hardship that I'm having because she knows that I use Wi-Fi through my, for my laptop to study for school. And she's thinking about the bigger picture. And if she has it to help me out, she's going to give it to me to help me out because she believes in my dream. That's probably also a fucking lie as well. If it weren't for the ex-girlfriend's daughter going to the same school as Asmodeus and sharing a class, I wouldn't believe that shit now. I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't. Matter of fact, one of the first few dates we had when we just did like coffee dates, I met him in Barnes and Noble for coffee one evening, and I saw his physical books and his laptop, and he was actively taking notes. His note-taking, strong study habits were obviously not enforced in quite a few people's childhood homes, and they just never picked it up or learned anything about it. But anyway, physically seeing his textbooks and his laptop confirmed to me the man really actually does go to school. There was a doubt in my mind that he didn't actually go to school, and that was just based on the fact that people lie. And at that time I had just met him, and people do lie. They lie about everything. People lie about degrees that they don't have. They lie about businesses that they don't have. They lie about properties that they do not fucking have. So when I physically saw the books, I was like, okay, it's the real deal. He really goes to CCC. He's really still failing. Sorry about that. But yes, the ex-girlfriend let me know he does not pay any bills. He does not pay the rent. He does not pay on the mortgage. He doesn't pay the taxes, the water bill, none of that shit. He doesn't pay on any of that. And in that conversation about the house in New Jersey, I told her, like, yeah, he told me that he owned the home in New Jersey and owned a home in California. And she was like, those are my properties. They're not even in his name. Those are my properties. I own them. Now, I've heard it before quite a few times on this platform where there are quite a few men that are running around, telling the world and showing the world something that they're not. And every fucking thing, probably even the draws that they have hugging their ball sacks, are the result of another woman providing those things for said man. That's Asmodeus. That's Asmodeus. How are you really out here? Like, I wish I could understand, but I know I can't. I can never understand this. It comes from the depths of the darkest fucking delusion for you to be out in society claiming some shit that you don't fucking actually own, but your girlfriend worked hard to get that shit, and you're telling everyone else that it's yours and you own this shit. Did you never think about the fucking follow through? And that's one thing that I did notice about Asmodeus, along with a bunch of other shit, but not until way too late. If you challenged any of the things that he told you, and not challenge in a way where you were just basically like, is it really true? But just ask random questions about it, he would get so mad so fast because he felt like you were challenging him. He felt like you were basically questioning whether or not it was true. And I'm just like, for example, when he went to California for spring break to visit his children, I said, where are you staying? Are you going to stay in your house in California? And he was like, no, why would I stay in my house in California? Because it's your house in California, and hotels and Airbnbs in California are hella expensive, and you're poor, remember? I'm just thinking, like, why not access the property because it belongs to you? He was like, no, I'm going to go stay with my eldest son's mom. So his eldest son's name is Jason. I think I'm allowed to say that. It's Jason. And in the recording of the phone call in parts 11 and 12, it's either 11 and 12 or 12 and 14. 13, was muted by TikTok because the amount of disrespect and profanity in that portion of the recording, it was like triggering the terms and conditions and community guidelines, and it was all coming from Asmodeus's mouth. So I deleted it and didn't re-upload it because I'm just like, you get the gist. The nigga was dragging me. He was auditorily fucking dragging me. But he said in that audio that if he wants to go to California and stay with his son's mom, he can, because that's the kind of relationship that they have. It turns out, according to the ex-girlfriend, they all went to California for spring break. They stayed together. And he was calling me while they were in California. He was calling me and texting me while they were in California on all different types of times, different hours, so it was never like suspicious. But you really said that you were at your son's mom's house and you weren't? Does this even fucking sound like, how would I know this information about this man? How would I know it? And if we were just sleeping around together, why would you need to lie to me about something like that? Why would I give a fuck? I would assume that you're traveling with your girlfriend. I would assume that you guys were boarding together. It's also none of my fucking business if we're just fucking each other. I'm gonna try my best not to keep on reiterating and reverting back to the fact that that man really sat up here and said I was just fucking with him just to fuck him and shit, because I know that I've already proven myself. I'm just really highly insulted, but I already know that I've proven myself, and I already know that I have every single fucking receipt you could even fathom existed that we were in a relationship. So sorry about that. Because Asmodeus didn't pay or contribute to any of the bills at the ex-girlfriend's house, she didn't notice any fluctuation or change in his income because she wasn't checking for it already. Now, I don't know if she asked him, which you shouldn't have to ask a man to support you that lives with you and got you fucking pregnant twice, but I don't know if she asked him or if the man just was getting his paycheck and not giving her any money whatsoever. I couldn't live like that. I was worried about them locks being changed when I got home one day. I just could not live that carefree. And I wouldn't treat anybody like that any damn way. Like, come on, yo, you're a grown-ass man. You want to know why these bitches aren't following you? Because one, they're not bitches, and two, you're leading them into a fucking hole that goes straight to hell. That's why they're not fucking letting you lead. That's why no one's letting you fucking lead. I wouldn't let you lead a fucking blind dog. I'm sorry. But yes, because he didn't contribute in any way, shape, or form, no groceries, nothing. Because of that, she didn't notice that there was an increase or a decrease in his income when he said he was going to work overnight, but he was actually, in fact, not going to work overnight. But seriously, how do you really live with a single mother of 3 and really not think to yourself, I may not have it all, but I should contribute something because I live here. And I know he only could do what he was able to get away with, and a lot of his shit was tolerated, but still, you had zero morals. You just never felt guilty or bad or anything like that. Yo, he's such a fucked up person. Damn, like, I low-key feel really bad for Asmodeus. He's a fucking miserable ass person. This is not the activity and actions of a happy man. This is the activity of a fucking child on cocaine. That shit is so fucking weird. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Allegedly.